So I'm showing you if this is a CIA or FBI or some other generated or redneck or racist type of operation against me, there's a continuing pattern of me contacting people when I contact people with the phone and a direct phone line, and then me getting turned down for a very simple request. Like the thing is David Halverson or David something. He's a member of the Association of Icelandic Association of Graphic Designers, which is just down the road, which I'm going to go to later this morning. And he's a leading member. And there's another one named Ragnar Freyer as well. So there is an effort, a top secret effort to get me, to force me out of living out of Scandinavia, to force me out of Europe. The greatest thing they have over my head are two things: that I'm here illegally, that I've overstayed almost 40 days. Number two, more than 40 days. Number two, that they have colluded with certain Muslim leadership in the community here in Iceland to help me to become settled, or what you call not naturalized, to become the term, to become legitimized or to become processed for and settled for a work permit. They could have even gave me a loan. A group of 50 men from the Muslim community could have gave me a loan, or 100 men, a loan of 5,000 each, and then I could have paid the money back. There's over 1,200 Muslims, they say, in Iceland. 1,200. You know, minimum 600 at the worst case scenario. They could have, 100 people could have loaned me 5,000 krona, and I could have paid it back. I could have got an apartment, place to stay, all of that kind of stuff. Or let's say even 8,000 krona or 10,000 krona a piece, you know, and they wouldn't even do that. Then when I would contact Qatar Charity in London, other Muslims around the world, nobody would also help. So there's some kind of intelligence operation combined with law enforcement, which you would say the FBI, but it's just that certain individuals in the FBI, they don't like me. They say I don't like you. So they're coordinating to ensure that I don't ever get anything. Yeah. No money, no financial help, no nothing. Yeah, that I don't get anything. To force me to go back to the United States with nothing. To be a continuous, perpetual loser for the rest of my life. Yeah. Yeah, this is what they want to do, so that they can, the argument, say, see, we told you he's about nothing. And the end goal, one of the end goals among numerous, is so that my son could grow up and he could spit in my face once my son is of adult age. They can arrange for my son to suddenly pop up wherever I am or wherever I may be. Easier that it's close to Canada or in the U.S. Harder if I'm in some far-flung land, you know, and then he could spit in my face when they arrange a meeting with my son. This is what they're trying to do. So they're trying to slow it down as much as possible. As much as possible. Yeah, you know, my financial progress. So what I need is graphic designers to design a logo, because I don't know how to do the vectoring and to put the logo together, and then the trademark it. And what they're doing is there's some kind of dissuadance, because if I were to record the phone calls, my communication is very succinct and concise. It says, I have this project. It's involving the logo, which is protected of the Norwegian opera logo, the O, and I want to morph it. I want to morph that logo into something else. Can you help me? I found out the whole job from the young man David, the whole job is a 1 hour job. He said at the most 2 hours. The entire job is a 2 hour job. It's a 2 hour job, the whole job, man. And he thought that I wanted him to do it in one day. And the thing is, I wanted to get it ready by next week. You know, by next week, Monday, which is more than enough time to spread it out 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. He's the only one, you know, that said, well, I can't do it. I don't know if he's under pressure, but this one named Siggy Odds, who's Icelandic, but I think he was raised in Ireland. I'm not sure, or someplace else, or Canada, or the U.S. He told me, okay, send me the email and I'll see what I can do. I looked at your inquiry and I'm afraid can't be of service to you. Hope you find one, and thanks for your interest. But what I'm saying is, what I showed him is exactly what I verbally communicated. There's no mismatch between the two, and there's a consistency of people saying no after saying that I can, but let me take a look at it. This is no good, man. No, this is very, very, very bad. You see what I'm saying? So it's something to do with the digital. Yeah, with the digital space. Something to do with the digital space. I don't know who, I don't know what, I don't know where. Let me go back to DuckGoGo. But it's something to do with when I reach out to people to try to get something done, I can't get anything done digitally. So I got to contact again Roger because he's saying wait till sometime this month. Every day is a day of loss for me. We have a thing in see, and what's interesting, this is, we see the way my hand is positioned. This is not the power button. The power button is right there. Above that little button is the power button. It did a restart, and all I was doing was pressing the center button. I wasn't even holding it down. I was just pressing it to go back to the home screen. It did a complete restart all over again. You see what I'm saying? So we have no idea how this digital electronic war is going on against unsuspecting citizens. We have no idea how deep it is or how profound this war is, this combat, and it's being declared by agencies of the U.S. military and sometimes the British structure and Canadian structure. It's being declared against people. People like myself, you don't even know that you've been declared war, that you've been determined a combatant. You don't even know. You'll never know, and there's no there's no inquest. There's no tribunal. There's no court. No nothing. You spoke to certain people. You shouldn't have access to nothing. You shouldn't have access to anything. That's it. That's it. That's all they care about. That's it. Very, very frightening, man. Yeah.